Well, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached Abu Dhabi today. UAE's President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan warmly received the Prime Minister with a hug. Prime Minister was also accorded the Guard of Honor upon his arrival in Abu Dhabi. The two leaders held one-on-one and delegation-level talks. They reviewed the bilateral partnership and discussed new areas of cooperation. Discussion also covered regional as well as global issues. The leaders discussed the strengthening of energy partnership. They appreciated that India is now entering into long-term contracts for LNG. After the Indian Prime Minister's arrival, a bilateral meeting was held between the UAE President and India's Prime Minister. Several MOUs were exchanged after the meet. Indian Prime Minister expressed joy over the relations between the two nations and highlighted how UPI is playing a huge role in the fintech between the two countries.
मुझे हमेशा लगा है कि जब मैं आपके पास आया हूं, आप लोगों के बीच आया हूं, तब हमेशा लगा है कि जैसे मैं अपने ही घर में आया हूं, अपने ही परिवार के ही सदस्यों के साथ मैं मिलने आया हूं, ऐसा मैं हमेशा अनुभव कर रहा हूं। और हमारे संबंधों की गहनता ऐसी है, पिछले 7 महीने में हम 5 बार मिले हैं। ये शायद बहुत रेयर होता है। मुझे भी यहाँ 7 बार आने का अवसर मिला है। यानी ये हमारी निकटता है और हर क्षेत्र में हम लोग जिस प्रकार से आगे बढ़े हैं, और आज भारत और यूएई के बीच में हर क्षेत्र में एक साझी भागीदारी हो रही है। आज भी हम कई महत्वपूर्ण फैसले करने जा रहे हैं। हम यूपीआई मेरा और हमारा जीवन कार्ड, इन दोनों का एक प्रकार से एक नया युग शुरू हो रहा है फिनटेक का, और ये भी अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा अनुभव है।
The two leaders witnessed the exchange of several agreements. India and UAE signed Bilateral Investment Treaty. This treaty will be a key enabler for further promoting investments in both countries. India has signed both a Bilateral Investment Treaty and her Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement with UAE. Both sides signed MOUs on cooperation in the field of electrical interconnection and trade. New areas of collaboration include energy security along with trade. India and UAE inked Intergovernmental Framework Agreement. The agreement to boost India-Middle East Economic Corridor, foster India-UAE cooperation in strengthening regional connectivity, MOU especially on cooperation in digital infrastructure projects, cooperation protocol between national archives, protocol to shape extensive bilateral cooperation in restoring archival material, MOU in the field of heritage and museums to support maritime heritage complex at Lothal agreement on interlinking of instant payment platforms, that's UPI and AANI, facilitate seamless cross-border transactions, agreement on interlinking domestic debit credit cards, that's RuPay and J1. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan also introduced the UPI RuPay credit card service in Abu Dhabi. The launch of UAE's domestic card J1 is based on the digital RuPay credit and debit card stack. The leaders witnessed a transaction made using the J1 card. Prime Minister thanked UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan for his personal support and for his graciousness in granting the land for the construction of the Babs Temple in Abu Dhabi.
आपकी भारत के प्रति जो लगाव है और आपकी यूएई के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए जो विजन है, उसका एक उदाहरण मैं देख रहा हूं। यहाँ बीएपीएस का मंदिर बनना, आपके सहयोग के बिना ये संभव ही नहीं था। और मेरी पहली मुलाकात थी, मैंने सिंपली आपको रिक्वेस्ट की कि जरा आप देख लीजिए, और पलक झपकते ही आपने उसका निर्णय करके मुझे बता दिया कि बस जगह पर ऐसे उंगली रख दीजिए, आपको जगह मिल जाएगी। शायद इतना विश्वास, इतना प्यार अपने आप में एक बहुत ही अनोखे संबंधों की ये शक्ति को दर्शाता है।
Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Elan Modi slogans reverberated as the members of the Indian diaspora welcomed India's Prime Minister Modi at the hotel where the Prime Minister will stay during his visit. While the Indian community gathered to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Abu Dhabi, shared their excitement and joy with chants of Modi and songs for welcoming the Prime Minister of India. Here's a report by DD India's correspondent Dibendu Mondal from Abu Dhabi.
As Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to address the Elan Modi event in Abu Dhabi, I'm joined by this excited Indian community here in Abu Dhabi. How excited are you guys? As you can see, the excitement in the air is palpable. Let me go and find out what preparations do they have to welcome the Prime Minister here in Abu Dhabi. What are the preparations that you have to welcome the Prime Minister?
As you know, we are gathered here for welcoming of our Prime Minister. आप हमारे चेहरों से, आप हमारी खुशियों से देख सकते हैं, आज हर दिलों में, हर किसी की ज़बान पे है ऐलान मोदी.
I'm sure people are wanting to sing. These ladies have prepared some songs for Prime Minister. What is it?
डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा. We are, as you can see, we have gathered here in a big number, and Mr. Modi, you are in our hearts, right? You are in every drop of our blood, and we are here 100% ready to welcome you, see you in person. You are having a magnanimous personality. We are so impressed. Our next generation is so impressed with you. And definitely you make UAE a second home for all of us Indians. We are so proud of you.
Preparations on for welcoming Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the UAE. Of course, the main event is at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium, where he will be addressing a large gathering. Of course, over 65,000 people await to hear Narendra Modi at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi.
Well, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to address the Indian diaspora there at the Zayed Sports City in Abu Dhabi at the Elan Modi event later today. The event is part of his two-day visit to the country.
So the Zayed Sports City Stadium in Abu Dhabi, which will be hosting Elan Modi, will be witnessing mesmerizing cultural performances from a number of people from the diaspora who will bring the fervor, the tradition, the art and culture from their states. So I'll speak to a few of them to understand how the preparations are going on and what's the festivity like. So can you please tell us what are you performing, what are the preparations, and obviously the excitement that's very, very palpable here.
Excitement too high till sky. I am from Rajasthan team. I am leading Rajasthan team, and we are performing in procession. And our Rajasthani culture, Ghumar, we are showcasing here to world. And this is our small thank you to Modi ji and to India.
We are actually about 360 performers. We are from Dubai, different walks of life, and we are so thankful to the Consul General and to the entire team who has organized this.
We are a group of 32 dancers who are going to perform a semi-classical item. Our focus is going to be on non-stop India, the industrial growth in India. So really looking forward to the performance.
We are doing a Jugalbandi, the Indian classical form of South Indian dance, the Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi and Mohiniyattam. So more than 42 people are presenting this to bring our Indian culture.
We are a team of 30 people, and showcasing the whole West Bengal, Calcutta is like it was a huge honor for us. So you can see all my participants, they are so excited.
With my colleague Ashwini Mishra and camera person Pramod Negi, this is Meghna Dev for DD India from Abu Dhabi.